Hey, welcome back to the Too Fast channel. In today's unboxing review, we're going to be taking a look at a iPhone magnetic mount. This is supposed to be MagSafe compatible, so it's specifically designed for the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13, both all the different series. This is the larger one, which is recommended if you have an iPhone Pro Max. I recently bought a iPhone Pro, and I have a magnetic mount in my car made by Scosche. It's called the MagicMount Pro XL. Now the problem with that is it's not really designed to work with a MagSafe phone. I'll talk about the Scosche item here in a couple of minutes, but this particular round magnetic mount, this is called a wall mount, so there is no external bracketry attached to it. It's just the mount, or the magnetic mount, and two-sided tape. I bought this off of Amazon. I can't even begin to pronounce the name of the brand. I'll put the link in the description. I bought it for $15.99. I only found a couple on Amazon. I found the skinny ones, and then I found the thicker one, and the thicker one was recommended for the iPhone Pro Max. In other words, it would hold more weight, and since I'm putting this in a car, I don't want any issues with my phone slipping off the mount, and that's actually what's happening now with the Scosche that I have. Alright, so this is the packaging that it ships in, so tiny little teeny box here. And there's not, it says model number YW22C magnetic phone mount aluminum alloy. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description, so what the box says is probably kind of irrelevant. Alright, so inside the box, they include a magnetic ring. This is so if you don't have a MagSafe compatible case, you can make your existing case MagSafe compatible by sticking this ring on. I don't necessarily need this for my application. I can see that there's 3M two-sided tape on the back. I don't need this for my application, but I have read other reviews of rings like this, and putting these on the outside of your case and then attaching a magnetic mount to it a lot of times pulls these off. I don't know if that would be applicable for this particular one, since I'm not going to be using it, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. I haven't had any direct experience with that myself. There's also a extra 3M tape mount here. This is a VHB type of two-sided tape. So there's already one on the magnet, and there's an extra in case you screw it up. So basically, this does not come with any type of cleaning wipe. So you need to provide some rubbing alcohol and some cotton swabs to clean your two surfaces. I also recommend that the surfaces that you're attaching the two-sided tape to be heated up to operating temperature. Like right now I'm in my garage and it's freezing cold in here. I wouldn't try to attach this with it cold. I'd take a heat gun to it. I'd heat this up and I'd heat the other surface up so they're, room temperature, and then I would attach them. So you can see the thickness of this. It's probably, what is it, a 1/4 inch, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, it's about a 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less. So it's a solid black, smooth surface, and let's see. There's my phone. Here we go. So this is my iPhone 13 Pro. I have a Spigen clear case, and this is a MagSafe case on it. I bought this ahead of time for my chargers, so I already that's hence why I don't need the ring. And it's very strong attached to this case. I've got to really pull on it to get it off, and that's what I want. I want a secure magnetic mount in the car so the phone doesn't slip off. So it definitely appears to be working with the case, the MagSafe case, the Spigen one that I have. Now, going back to what I mentioned about my car, this is the Scosche MagicMount Pro XL. I bought this when I had an iPhone SE, and you either need to use a case that already has a metal plate in it, or you use their included metal plate. That's this right here. Now, I could just attach this to my iPhone, but what I found with my iPhone SE, if you're doing any type of wireless charging, having this plate on the case interferes. So you can't really use something like this if you're going to do wireless charging. You'd have to remove it first. And it just, with my iPhone SE, I had to remove the case before I put it on the charger every day. And I didn't like that. So that's why I'm upgrading the mount here. I'm upgrading it to something that's MagSafe compatible, that will work with this case and doesn't interfere with my other wireless charging accessories. So the Magic Mount is the XL is a nice mount. Don't get me wrong. Scosche makes some good stuff. I definitely like it. I like the packaging. I did a review on this in the past. It comes with a couple of trim rings, a black one and a silver one. The silver one's on the mount and still in my car. And we'll be transitioning shortly over to my car, and I'll be showing you that setup here just in a minute or so. So anyway, that's the backstory with the existing mount. I have the Magic Mount mounted on a Pro Clip. The Pro Clip is a ABS type plastic clip that's designed specifically for vehicles. I did a review on this as well. I have one that's made specifically for the Volkswagen EOS. I've used these in several different Mercedes, and I like the fact that these clips are designed for a specific model, so they are designed to fit a specific area instead of a generic mount that, you know, clips onto your vents, which I've owned a lot of older Mercedes. You don't want to be clipping anything onto the vents. The plastics get brittle with age, and you don't want any added weight or anything on those vents. And then, of course, you've got ones that can attach to your windshield via a suction cup or mount on your dashboard and so on. But the Pro Clips are really nice if they have one for your application. And they seem to have one for just about every vehicle. They've got them for old Mercedes. They've got them for the EOS. And so that's something else that's nice. And we'll see that when we get into the car. So anyway, that's my tabletop unboxing of this MagSafe magnetic wall mount that I got off Amazon, and you saw that it definitely works really good with the case that I have. So let's go ahead and transition over to the car, and we'll take a look at what I have inside. Alright, I've gone handheld and moved into my Volkswagen EOS, and what we're looking at now is the Pro Clip mount and the Scosche MagicMount. So the Scosche MagicMount, it mounts with two-sided tape, and you can see it's kind of this rectangular shape here, and I have the silver bezel on it, and it also comes with a black bezel. So I'm going to have to remove this because it's on there with two-sided tape. And you can see the Magic Mount. Now how this mounts, see if we can get the camera over. You can see how it clips in right back here in one of the, there's a gap here between the actual dash and the glove box area. And it clips in, and then it snaps in over here next to the radio bezel, and there's a little piece of two-sided tape there. So there's no screws. It's out of the way. I believe Proclip also makes one that mounts over here somewhere. I elected to go with this one. Originally I had an a OEM RCD 330 in here, and it had a USB port right here. So I wanted the phone mounted so I could use a short USB cable to plug into the phone right here. And I've since replaced the RCD 330 with this Pioneer DMX 1500 NEX. Now the USB comes out of the rear on that, and I've actually routed the USB cable out the back of the radio, and it comes up right here to plug into the phone. So I've got the cable. Obviously with this situation the cable's a little bit longer, so there's a little bit more cable dangling right there. But if you have an EOS, your other option is you could go with the mount up here, if you so wanted, that type of a mounting position. So that's the Proclip. I really like those, and what I need to do now is I've got to get in here and I got to take this off, and I'm not going to waste precious time filming that, because I'm just going to go in with a razor blade and cut the two-sided tape away, and then clean up the residual amount of two-sided tape, and we'll be back and I'll show you the mounting of this new magnetic mount. Okay, I've got the Scosche mount removed. I ended up using this very thin plastic pry tool to get in between the mount and the Scosche, and just kind of used it to cut away the two-sided tape. And of course I have a bunch of residual two-sided tape here I need to clean off, but this is kind of what the residual 3M tape looks like. So I'm going to be using a plastic tool like this to scrape off the rest of this, and then we'll be back to install the new magnetic mount. Okay, with all the residual tape removed off the mount, you can see that these Proclip mounts come pre-drilled with mounting holes. This is so you can use other types of brackets that require screws to mount. So you know, you could have a fast charger mount where the phone slides in, and so on. So you've got, you know, different options with these mounts. This has got a pad here with some rubbing alcohol just to clean off any contaminants, to make sure that the two-sided tape will stick properly. So we just are going to dry this off. And I've got my heat gun, and I'm going to put a little bit of heat on that and warm up the plastic and warm up the two-sided tape. I'm going to do that off camera, and we'll be back to mount the magnetic MagSafe. Okay, both surfaces are heated up. I've removed the two-sided tape from the MagSafe magnetic mount, and we just need to get it lined up like so. And I need both hands to do that, but that's how I'm going to do it, and we'll be right back. Okay, I needed two hands to put this on, so I needed to get it kind of centered on here as best as possible, and to use two hands to press down on it. I did take the heat gun to the mount, and I took the heat gun to the two-sided tape, so everything's all nice and warmed up. The instructions do say to wait an hour before you try to put your phone on here. Now there is a setup time when it comes to two-sided tape, so you don't want to put the phone on there and try to pull the phone off and pull the whole magnetic mount off. So I'm going to go ahead and probably wait a couple hours and come back. Of course, this doesn't fit, it's round, and this mount is rectangle, so it doesn't fit, kind of hangs off over the side a little bit. I did move it a little bit outwards this way because I don't want the phone, more so I want the phone away from the radio, so I moved it out just a little bit, but not enough to where it looks funny. So anyway, I'm going to wait a couple hours and we'll come back and we'll test this and wrap up the video. Alright, after a couple hours we're going to give this a shot. We've got the iPhone 13 Pro with the MagSafe case on it, and we'll get this aligned, and there we go. This is much more solid than what was previously in here with the Scosche MagicMount Pro XL. This is on there solid. I've got to actually put some force on it to get it off. With the Scosche mount, the phone you could barely touch it and it would fall off. It would stay on there, but if I had to brake suddenly, the phone was definitely going to fall off. So this is definitely solid. It's not going anywhere. I've got plenty of length. Pretty much the exact same spot that the phone sat with the other mount, and it sits a little bit off to the side there, so I get access to the buttons over here and such without having any particular issues. So that's going to wrap up this video concerning the replacement of the Scosche MagicMount Pro XL with a third-party MagSafe compatible surface mount. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.